everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Pimentel, and I'm a flight attendant for an airline here in the United States. And today I have a special guest on my channel, which is the Fit Aviator himself, because he is, in fact, my boyfriend. And we're doing a couples Q&A today. So this is Fernando, officially, everyone.
What's up? I've done some stuff before.
Yeah,
They've met me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah. So we're just going to do a quick little couples Q&A because, as you guys know, he is a pilot and I'm a flight attendant. So it is a different dynamic in a relationship. And I feel like a lot of people ask questions about how we make it work. So we're going to go ahead and get into
Let's
the
do it.
video. All right. The first question everybody always asks us is, did you meet on the flight? And the answer is
Negative.
no. So... And then everyone asks, well, how did you guys actually meet? So how did we meet?
I don't remember. I'm just kidding. We actually met through social media, which is really cool, through Instagram. And it was during a time where I recently upgraded to captain. And I was sitting airport standby. Airport standby, for those who are not in aviation, just means that you're waiting at the airport ready to get called for a flight. And at that moment, so was she. She was sitting at airport standby, but in two different airports. She was in New York. I was in Miami. I was scrolling through Instagram. I saw one of her cute photos in Paris, and I just commented on it. And like her photo said something about like, I wish I was in Paris, but I'm actually just in LaGuardia doing standby.
Yeah. So actually, I did. So like I said, he has a fitness page. Or he has a fitness page with workouts and meal prepping and how he stays fit with aviation. And I saw that through somebody that posts about airline crew members for the company that we happen to both work for now. And she just posted about him. So I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. He's a pilot. He works out. He's in shape. Like, he's into fitness. He meal preps. Like, I do the same things. I think it's really cool. So I just went ahead and hit that follow button.
A powerful follow button.
Very powerful button. And then that's whenever he saw the picture that I posted in Paris, which was just like a random photo. I posted like, I hope they call me for airport, or they call me to go to Paris, but unfortunately I'm at LaGuardia, so they can't. And then he commented. And then from the comment that he had, I slid in his DMs by responding. I responded into his DM. And then we just talked for like 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we had our first date 3 months after that.
Yeah. It was like
cool.
a conversation. The conversation just never ended. We just would talk about random things and the occasional, like, I would kind of try to like flirt with him a little bit and see if he was into it. But then he wouldn't really flirt back. Yet he'd be like, you should come to Miami. And I was like, why am I going to go? Like,
I'm just not a flirty texter.
Yeah, he was
flirty
not.
in person.
Yeah.
Person.
in person, we had a great chemistry and great date.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Bodega, Miami.
Yeah.
Forever
January
in our hearts.
2nd of 2020.
20.
Yeah. When the craziest year ever, but
yeah,
it worked out for us.
Yeah, it was good.
All right. Next question is, do you both work together or do you plan to?
So that actually changed this year because I was flying for a regional airline while Jess was flying for the mother airline, if you were to call it that. Mm-hmm. And I recently went over to the bigger airlines. So now there's a possibility we can fly together now, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take some coordinating, but we are going to try to plan it out if we can. And so the goal is to work together soon.
Yeah, I think that'll be awesome. I think we've been on each other's flights before as passenger, but working it together, I think it's totally different because I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, you like if I would be like in like the number one in the front, and then you're the FO. We can kind of hang out during boarding, and I can talk, and it'd be cool.
It would be fun.
The layover, like we're both working at the same time, so we don't have to.
Makes things easier.
Yeah, it just makes life a lot easier. Okay, next question. What is each of your favorite places to go for work and for fun?
For me, definitely for work. Like our layovers at the regional were pretty good, but nothing too extravagant. So I'm gonna pick a favorite place that I like to fly to, and that's Roatan, Honduras, which is an island just off Honduras. Very popular for scuba diving and just really cool vacationing. It's really beautiful. But the approach into there with the runway and the mountains, it's really, really nice. I really enjoy going there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't see those beautiful approaches, but I'm sure it's gorgeous. My favorite layovers for work are the layovers that I have like friends or family. When I was in New York, I loved Miami layovers, and now that I'm in Miami, I love New York layovers, and I love going to anywhere that has free breakfast. And yeah, usually Colombia, every city that we lay over in Colombia is amazing. I think that's probably one of my favorite layovers. Great breakfast and a great gym.
Yeah, can't get any better than that.
Yeah, that's like
Plus, also
important.
Colombia's beautiful country, right?
Oh yeah, beautiful
I've never
country.
been, but
Everything is just great there. Everyone's super nice. It's just gorgeous. I just love everything about Colombia, so I think that it's one of my favorite places to go for fun.
Nice.
Well,
cool.
for work technically, but for fun.
Yeah.
So, what's the best place that we've
Oh,
been
for
to
fun,
together for fun?
I would say together it definitely is Montenegro. I'm gonna choose 3 because it's really hard to boil it down to one.
Yeah.
So top 3 in no specific order: Montenegro, Santorini, and then Norway for me as well.
So, okay, yeah, those were great. I think that my top 3 would be Montenegro, Egypt, and Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland's
Yeah, we hike a
top
lot.
in the top.
So definitely, we like to go places that you can go hiking, and I think that Switzerland is probably the best hiking place.
I think so. I'm tied in between Switzerland and Norway.
Yeah,
Iceland was cool too, but Norway was just it was incredible.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I still think Switzerland wins, but we actually were planning on going to this place called Lofoten in Norway, which we didn't go. And I think that if we would have gone there, it would have made Norway potentially one of the most like beautiful places I've ever been to. Potentially, because we didn't go. Okay, next question is, what airplane does your boyfriend fly, and which one has he flown before?
So I've flown I started off on the Embraer 145, which they call the Jungle Jet. And then I moved over to the Embraer 175, which was pretty cool too. It was very automated. Got to do some cooler routes. But now I'm on the Boeing 737, and I absolutely love this airplane.
Yeah.
I'm in love with it, mainly because probably I've been wanting to fly since I was a little kid. My father flies that plane. My uncles have flown that plane. So it's really special for me.
Yeah. I'm excited for you to
Yeah.
fly it. Why do they call the 145 the Jungle Jet?
Well, one, because Embraer is Brazilian, and then it had something to do with the Amazon or something like that. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's the Walk of Shame.
That's the Walk of Shame airplane. The reason why they call it the Walk of Shame is because if you're a pilot, well, even if you're a flight attendant too, because you would sit in the front, you got to use the lav. You got to go all the way to the back.
You literally exit.
And then you exit wherever you go back, you use the lav, and then you got to walk right back to the front. Everybody knows, depending on how long you stayed in that lav, what you did.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, next question. Okay, next one. Who plans the vacations?
That one's hard to answer because it's definitely like half and half.
No, he's lying. He is such a liar. I definitely plan most of the vacations or trips.
She does.
But we do everything very on the go because it's hard. I don't like planning things too much in advance because I don't like to feel constricted or committed to something that I don't know if I want to commit to because something better came up or something I don't want to miss out on doing a different plan versus if we have to go to a specific hotel or city. So
yeah, I like traveling like that. I wasn't always a fan of it because I'm just more of like a itinerary planner kind of person. But it's just very on the go. And before I was like very stressed about it, but now I think it's the best way to travel, honestly.
Yeah.
It has to be with specific people though. Like can't be like a group kind of thing or nothing more than like 4 people. I would say. I
think the best traveling like that is the best with like 4 max. Yeah. Because 2 is probably the best. It's just easier.
Yeah.
It's easier.
It's cool.
2 different opinions versus 4 different opinions because that will matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even our opinions are different sometimes.
Yeah.
So you have to compromise and everything, but I usually plan most of it. Something will happen. I'm like, just something's telling me to like go this way. Even though we've been talking about going that way this whole time.
Seriously, yeah, and it's like that.
And then we go, and it's the best thing ever.
Yep. There are like two quick instances. One was like we had one whole trip planned, and it started off in Norway and then Finland, and then we were gonna like do some other countries, and then there was bad weather, and because we didn't commit to hotels in the next destinations, we were actually able to change our whole trip, the second half of the whole trip. And then even when we we changed and we went to Italy, and then from Italy we decided to go either we go west or we go east, right? And because there were two completely different things that we would love to do, we saw that the weather was still going to be kind of bad towards the east, so we ended up going towards the west, did the whole Switzerland, Italy, Swiss Alps and French Alps too. Yeah. It was awesome. So it's really nice to be able to change the game like that, your game plan like that, last minute.
So that's kind of how we do our trips. So plans I need. So just kidding. He definitely plans stuff.
I put in my 2 cents, maybe one sometimes, but if 2 cents most of the time.
If he doesn't want to go or do something, I'm not going to plan to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is, does the airline have a problem with you two dating?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they don't care.
As long as we're not doing anything like.
Yeah, as long as you're just appropriate and you're not making a fool out of yourself.
Or you're doing too much PDA or whatever.
Yeah, no. Like if we're both in uniform and we're walking through the airport or something, like we might hold hands, maybe a kiss on the cheek, but nothing like.
Yeah, nothing too. Yeah, I don't like that stuff in public anyway.
Too scandalous. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, next question. Are the crew rest bunks the same for the flight deck and for flight attendants?
So I've only seen the crew rest bunks once, and each one for the flight attendants, one for the pilots, and I can't remember if they're like both the same size. I know. I mean, there's more flight attendants in a flight than pilots, but I'm assuming your guys' bunks are bigger and have more.
Yeah. So the pilot's one is like usually toward the flight deck in the front, and then the flight attendants are like in the back or in the middle, but they are completely separate. Like the flight deck has one, and then the flight attendants have a separate one. So it's not like together. It's different. Yeah. Okay, next question. What is your boyfriend's background?
So I'm originally from Venezuela, and I was born there. Then I came to the United States when I was very little, and been here ever since.
Yeah, so he speaks fluent Spanish, and he actually speaks really good Portuguese as well. So we can kind of speak to each other in Portuguese. He can speak in Spanish. I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
I can kind of speak in Spanish back.
She speaks it good.
It's like broken Spanish, but the Portuguese is really cool. And if he wanted to speak Spanish to me and I want to speak Portuguese to him, it works out. So it's muito legal.
Muito legal. There's also another language here in Miami, in case anybody is interested, and it's Spanglish, and it's very popular here.
Very popular.
So we speak that as well.
Yeah, we speak that all the time. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We're very multicultural.
We try to be.
Yeah. We are multicultural. Yeah. Okay. Next question is, do you guys get tired of traveling?
Oof.
No.
I do.
I do not.
Yeah.
Not
yeah, it was just I don't know. I think it's different mentality than that. Like Jess can keep going forever, traveling the whole world, like seeing everything.
Yeah.
But there are times where you're just like, okay, I can't do this. Right? It's very specific when you don't want to travel. Like if there's.
Yeah, like I don't just want to go just anywhere just to go. Like I want to go to somewhere new. I want to experience something different. But even for work, like I'm never like, oh, I just want to be home. Like I just want to be home. I do appreciate being home and value like time to like chill. But I guess it would just depend like who I'm with. Because I'm not just one that's like, oh, I just want to be home, like just by myself.
Yeah. No, I kind of prefer that. Sometimes I just rather come home and do things that I planned or whatever. So it's actually even more specific for me to travel. If it's a trip that Jess and I have planned, obviously I want to go. But if it's like oh hey, my friends just invited me to go to, who knows, I don't know where, somewhere in the world.
If it was somewhere new, you wouldn't go?
I mean, I would like to go, but if like, more serious things are pending at home that I have to take care of, then
I think if more serious things are pending, that's different.
Yeah.
Then you're, but it's like when you have nothing else to do, like would you like?
Yeah, I'd rather travel than if I'm gonna sit here and just watch TV and work out. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather go travel. Yeah.
Yeah, some people would rather like just be at home. Like,
Yeah.
that's where I don't
Yeah.
really like. I would rather be
Travel,
Yeah, I'd rather be
seeing the world.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is: do you guys meal prep and work out together?
Hundo.
Pete.
That was actually pretty good. Yeah, we definitely do. Shout out to Carson for that. He's the one who taught me the Hundo P.
Oh, wow, okay.
Anyways,
You say it all the time.
I know it just stuck ever since we flew together. It was
Yeah.
just,
Okay, it's
but
cute.
anyway,
'Cause
anyway,
I say it now.
yeah, we meal prep a lot together sometimes, like most of the time.
Yeah.
But the workouts we go to the gym at the same time, but
We'll like warm up together. Sometimes do similar workouts together. But we don't always just like work out together, like the same things. I mean, we like to hit different muscle groups and different. Like I'll be on the stairs. Like I love stairs, and I don't think you
I'll be
stairs that
like
much.
stretching or doing some abs or something.
Yeah. So we just like we always go together. And yeah, like you said, meal prepping and cooking in general, we cook and meal prep a lot together.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the. I think we have a ton of fun doing that.
Yeah, we do. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is, this will be the last question. What is the biggest challenge your relationship faces, being that you are both in the aviation industry?
Well, there's a lot of challenges that we face, but I think if we had to narrow it down to one, which is the biggest one, I think, in my opinion, making it work with our schedules and kind of coordinating who, like, free time or time off, or like being able to trade trips and just have more days off together. I think it's the most challenging part, because it also takes into consideration that if we're just trying to do things together, it's hard to do it when we're working.
Yeah. So now that we're both Miami based and both here, thank goodness, it makes things so much better. Because back whenever I was Charlotte based and we were living in North Carolina, he was like Chicago based and commuting, and then he was Miami based and commuting, and then we were living in Miami and I was commuting to New York, and that just made it really, really difficult.
Right.
Because you could go, like, for example, if he's working Monday through Wednesday and then I'm off those days, but then I work Wednesday through Friday and he's off those days, then you overlap and you don't see each other.
Right.
And that happened, like, I think 1 month, like, we, like, never saw each other. And then, it just makes it, like...
Yeah, because it was a 4, like, I would be gone for 4, and then you would leave on the day that I got home, and then you'd be gone for 3, and then there's your week already. 4 and 3 is 7.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So what we tried to do, and it didn't happen all the time, was to try to go on each other's layovers. But you can only do so much of that. You get back from a trip, you're like trying to, decompose from that, whole trip and everything. Not decompose, de-stress. You're trying to de-stress.
You die after you work. That's what this industry is. You're dead.
Bro, that's my Spanish coming in. I'm just trying to translate whatever.
English is a second language.
It is my second language.
It's my second language too, actually.
But anyway, you're trying to de-stress from your trip, and you may not want to go on that layover. You're like, damn, I want to stay at home.
Yeah, that was usually him. I would be like, okay, fine. I guess I'm willing to go on this 8-hour layover you have in Jacksonville. Just kidding. It was like
Jacksonville's fun.
It was literally 10-hour layover.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I was more willing to kind of do those things because, I'm like I said, I just don't get as tired, I feel like. And I was just kind of like, it's fine. But yeah, that was probably the hardest part. It's honestly just the scheduling. What?
I can't believe I said decompose.
Yeah, that's what he really feels about working for the airline.
No, I don't. Take that back.
Anyway, yeah, scheduling can be hard, but now that we're at the same base and living together, well, we've always lived together.
Yeah,
honestly.
pretty
we
much.
Met and we basically started living together.
Yeah,
so
isn't that
like,
crazy?
How long have you guys been dating? 2.5 years. How long have you guys been living together?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah, pretty much. Day 1, she moved in.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of weird because people, if you're dating a flight attendant or you're dating a pilot, like you usually get to see them for like a chunk of days. So then they kind of come and stay with you, or usually for
Yeah.
like a few days because they have to work or something, and unless you know the same person from the same city. But I was coming to Miami, and then COVID hit, so then we had to quarantine together.
That's exactly why we started living together pretty much from almost day one.
Yeah, because
we literally had our first date 2 months later. We had the COVID started happening, and then we got COVID together, and then we were living like quarantining for 6 weeks in my small apartment.
Yeah,
and then we went over to California in quarantine. Well, we didn't quarantine more, but we were
road tripping.
We did road tripping.
Yeah.
So in quarantine was still pretty big, so we weren't able to like see a bunch of other friends. So it's just me and her for like I don't know
over 2 months.
over 2 months, 24/7. And I feel like if you don't get tired and sick of that person in that time, that's probably a good sign you can live together.
Yeah, very good.
So we tried
really
it.
Although it was a struggle sometimes because I was going through the same, he had all his things with him. You know what I mean? We were at his place. I was living in a little suitcase that was in his closet.
I could see how that's stressful.
In your closet.
You weren't living in my closet.
My suitcase was in your closet.
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine you living.
Oh, yeah, because my closet is like tiny. It was tiny.
Exactly. Imagine living like just you being
because I'm
wanting
like
to live like for 6 weeks with a brand new person with your suitcase in their closet.
I mean, I would do it. I don't know. It was an
experience
experience
because you have literally no other choice. At that point, it was like COVID was like fresh.
Couldn't do anything.
Fresh.
Yeah, you
and
couldn't
it
do
was
anything.
fresh. Like everyone was afraid. Like we were like, what do we do? We had it, and so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one piece about COVID and working out. That was like the coolest. The only time we did a ton of workouts together was during COVID.
Yeah, that was really
and we
fun.
crushed the workouts in my living room in our apartment.
Yeah, in your apartment.
Oh yeah, in my apartment. But it was fun.
It was
got
super
shredded.
Fun. Yeah,
I
was pretty shredded then as well. We did a lot of like resistance band workouts, body weight stuff,
plyometrics. A lot of it was very cardio. Your heart rate was up, down, and I think it was pretty good conditioning.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thanks for being on this video.
Thanks.
I think it was really fun to film with you.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's. I think I feel like a guest celebrity on your popular YouTube channel.
I'm just so. Can I say?
I love watching your videos. Honestly, they're so much fun.
Thank you.
Especially when you kick off your shoes and you swing your little cute feet. That's what everybody says. Everybody's
you're gonna make me blush.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Jess, you have cute feet," and I'm like, "Yeah, she does."
I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, maybe we can do something like this video again. If you guys want to leave any more questions down below, or in general, I mean, now that we're going to be working for the same airline, maybe we'll be working together, and I'll be filming
some cool videos.
Day in the lives of us together. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you for being on the channel.
Thank you for having me.
I will see you all in the next one. Beijinhos.
Ciao, ciao.